Ya yo, everyone. That is the voice of your Yonko host, Dr. Jace Attorney, bringing the Yonko table back into session with Fantastic Four first steps. This is the MCU's first steps into taking a stab at Marvel's favorite family of superheroes. That's right, folks. We're here to talk about Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four first steps. We have a lot to get into. This kicks off the MCU's Phase 6. God, I can't believe we're this far into the MCU. I hate it! But we're this far into the MCU, and we're kicking off a brand new phase, and this is supposed to domino into everyone's favorite Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. This is a very big film. In a lot of ways, for a lot of people here at the pod, this is their Ant-Man Quantumania, because Ant-Man Quantumania kicked off Phase 5, and we all know how that went. So, is Fantastic Four first steps in the same light as Quantumania, the best Marvel film in Phase 5 that we all have unanimous praise for? Who knows? But I see Sanji in the chat already calling it out, saying it's fantastic. It's fantastic. It's great. It's fantastic. But I'm not here alone in this endeavor. With me, as always, is fellow Yonko, Grandmaster Hoop. Now, Grandmaster has always glazed the 2004 iteration of Fantastic Four, and he said it was only overcame from Fantastic Four 2015. So the bar was always very high in his eyes for the Fantastic Four films. So I'm very curious to see, Grandmaster, what do you think of Fantastic Four first steps? Is this another Marvel schlop, or
time out? You should be very careful about years that you give out. This is the 2005 Fantastic Four.
Actually, it's the 2005, not the 2004 iteration of Fantastic Four.
Well, if you say 2004, you're probably thinking of The Incredibles, which is the Fantastic Four film that isn't a Fantastic Four film, So just, throwing that out there. But I'm not a stan of the 2005 and its sequel from 2007, Rise of the Silver Surfer. I remember in 2015 when we saw Fanforstic, we saw a better movie that day, which I know you don't even care about that movie as well. We saw Battle of the Gods.
The other one.
Right.
The other one.
Oh, we saw Resurrection F?
Resurrection F. Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F. Both were terrible movies.
Stop. Fanforstic, good God Almighty. I was glad we did not end the day on Fanforstic. We'll get into comparisons later, but Fantastic Four first steps. It's a good film. I enjoyed the film.
It's a movie.
I think it does a lot of things right. It gets a lot of things correct where the other Fantastic Four films did not. I think it's not my favorite superhero outing of this year, but it is a very good, well-structured outing. And we talked yesterday kind of about this this pre and post Avengers film kind of wave. I think this is a good wave. I think this wave that we're riding into Doomsday was set up very well here. So I'm excited to talk about it. I don't think it'll be as long as a conversation as some other superhero films we've talked about this year, but I think there is a good conversation to be had.
We also have our favorite MCU naysayer, Dr. Mondo. Dr. Mondo, I think everyone here is wanting to know what exactly you think of this new MCU film. Just general thoughts before we dive into it. What did you think?
No, I think I agree with Grandmaster. Like, I liked the movie. I enjoyed it.
Oh.
Like, I enjoyed the movie. There were certain scenes that were just like visually stunning. and it was just like very fun to see. Definitely not my favorite superhero movie of the year. Um, but yeah, like I think it was a good movie. It was a good movie, an enjoyable movie. Definitely the best Fantastic Four movie that I've seen by far.
Better than The Incredibles?
My God.
If you want to
We
if you
can't
want to
draw
put it in the
comparisons. We can't draw
conversation.
If you want to put
comparisons.
The Incredibles in that conversation, maybe I enjoy The Incredibles 1 more. But nah, like definitely leaps and bounds, like the best Fantastic Four movie. And one of Marvel's most visually stunning movies. I will say that.
Interesting. I know the visual bar was very high, set by Fan Four Stick. So, we like the dark, gritty nature that was being pumped into the superhero movies with like Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. Comic books got to be serious. They're serious ordeals. They're dark and can be serious all the time, very serious. But yeah, no, First Steps, I think it was good. It was good. It didn't blow me away like the way Thunderbolts did. I think if we're just talking strictly MCU outings, I think I enjoyed Thunderbolts overall more than Fantastic Four. But I think Fantastic Four, I'm giving it more praise because it had a lot going into it that I was very skeptical about because visually it always looked like a very interesting movie in the way they showed them in the trailers. But the last movie that looked visually interesting in the MCU that was shown in trailers for me was Eternals. Leading up to Eternals, I thought it was a very unique spin on the superhero MCU films, and I was like, man, I'm really interested in how this film's gonna pan out. And then Eternals happened. We don't have Toasty, our Eternals defender, always glazing that film here, but overall, I mean, Eternals was just terrible. So going into Fantastic Four First Steps, I was always coming in here thinking, man, this is visually very interesting in the trailers, but I was betrayed before with Eternals. So I had a lot of pessimism going into Fantastic Four First Steps. But no, it was good. I think it was visually appealing throughout the film. I think that was an aesthetic that could have been very negatively received if not done well or utilized. But yeah, no, good film. But is it good enough? Is it good enough to kick off MCU Phase 6? Or do we care? Do we care? I know,
We
Grant.
care.
No.
We care. We
Grandmaster.
care.
No.
We care.
Dr. Mondo, let me tell you something. In the movie, Grandmaster, I was sitting next to Grandmaster.
No, we were not
I was,
sitting next to each other.
I was
No,
sitting
we were
next
not.
to him. And
No,
this
we were
guy,
not.
the entire time, is like, well, when's Doomsday coming? When's Doomsday coming?
no.
And I'm sitting there telling him, what? We're watching a movie.
No.
We're watching Fantastic Four.
Lies.
Just relax.
No, Dr. Mondo, believe what you want to believe. I don't care. I don't care.
I have nothing but the utmost trust in what Dr. Jason
So stupid.
You see?
He has never led me astray.
Never
Okay,
once.
sure, right, whatever. Listen, no, I like to watch these films in their little film itself, and then I think to myself, would this have been better if it catered to the greater universe, or is it better to operate isolated from the bigger things going on? So no, I was not over here scratching. Wait a minute, how's this going to play into Doomsday? Wait a minute. When are they going to come over and team up with the Avengers? No, I was not sitting there doing that at all.
You're right. Yeah.
But
okay.
as far as see, and Sanji, good point here. Matt Shackman, that is somebody who I can get behind based on their Marvel work. So Matt Shackman directed this film. He is of WandaVision fame. Directed, I believe, every episode of WandaVision. And I was like, because I think we knew they were going for this like 60s
Yeah,
You
the
know,
retro, like the retro.
right. So when when that was announced that he was directing, I was like, oh, he's gonna be able to do the same thing he did with WandaVision. Right. So for me, they start clearing the skepticism.
Mhm.
So they got him. The writing staff is pretty good here too. I mentioned his name before, Eric Pearson, who's if you go look up his credits, he's got his hand in a lot of Marvel projects. He was part of Thunderbolts. Uh, from what I'm seeing right now, he's like the script doctor. They'll have a working script and he comes in and polishes it up and cleans it up. So I feel this is kind of what I've been saying you need if you want to bring in some other talents. You need a Marvel head to come in and make sure that it's still good. And I think Eric Pearson, as of late, has been doing a really good job here. But
So other than Thunderbolts, because I know like you
it's a
mentioned,
lengthy thing. If you want me to go down, I can go down it. Uh,
just give me like three or four.
okay, hold on. Eric Pearson, all
Yeah,
right.
don't drag it.
So Thunderbolts co-wrote, like straight up just sole co-writer with Joanna Callow from The Bear.
Mhm.
Um, Let me name his big stuff. I know Dr. Marno, I don't like Thor Ragnarok. Well, he co-wrote Thor Ragnarok. Um, I would say those are his biggest ones. But if you want to know some other credits that he has just in film, co-wrote Transformers 1, which we love here.
That's good.
Uh, Great film. If you like Godzilla versus Kong, there you go.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? He did some episodes of Agent Carter. I didn't really watch Agent Carter, but
I didn't watch it either.
I know Darce is a big fan. But here, real quick, let me just throw some MCU credits. OG Ant-Man rewrites, Spider-Man Homecoming rewrites, Infinity War Endgame rewrites, Black Widow, he did the screenplay.
Okay.
So,
So yeah,
um,
he's had his hand in a lot of Marvel stuff. Good and bad, but still, like the guy's like an ever present.
yes, correct. And I think you need that. I think you
Yeah.
need
You know
that
how
in
like
the
someone who
room.
knows how like the thing like the you know what goes on beyond this like behind the scenes, how like Marvel Studios, MCU and all that works for like someone who is new to the like studios, let's say a writer that they just got, like show them the rope saying like, hey, you can do this, you can't do this, or like to make your life easier, go this lane. I,
So
I think
exactly.
I think that's smart. Like having like a veteran there. Yeah.
Yeah, just make a team out of it. So this has four writers. The new people are like the less well-known folks are Ian Springer and Jeff Kaplan. They don't have many credits to their name. So I think, they're brought on to be the new blood. You have Eric as the veteran, and then you have this dude, Josh Friedman. Now, Josh Friedman, he is here for the sci-fi element. Let me give you some of his sci-fi credits, okay? As a writer, War of the Worlds, Steven Spielberg,
Okay.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, right? Obviously Fantastic Four, First Steps, and Terminator Dark Fate. I never saw that one, but some people like it. But he also did the Terminator Sarah Connor Chronicles. If you watch that show
Mm.
has a lot of praise and fandom. Don't do that.
No.
Yeah, we don't care
We
about Summer
don't really
Glau,
care. We don't.
Lena Headey. Wow.
You
Okay,
probably
fine.
watched the Blade series.
Here's the big ones. You ready? Here's the big ones. Story, Avatar, Way of the Water, and he's returning for Avatar, Fire and Ash. How about that? Come on. You got James Cameron's blessing. That's something.
You also got James Cameron's blessing on Terminator Dark Fate, and that wasn't that
I
good
mean, I don't
either.
know how.
He
Actually, no,
gave
Dark
the
Fate
go-
was the one.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. People like Dark Fate. They just didn't go
Yeah.
watch it.
Oh, right. People liked it. Right. Of course.
Well, it's got a better reception than Salvation and Genesis.
You like Genesis.
I never seen Genesis because they ruined the story in the trailer. The point is, he's brought in to capture and doctor the sci-fi element. And as we get into the film, I think they did a good job here. I think this is a nice team. You got the Marvel vet, the newcomers, the sci-fi vet. I think that's a good team. I think that's kind of how you want to tackle MCU films as far as what we've seen with, the recent track record. Okay. I'm just throwing that out there. That's all the background knowledge I think we need. Now, of course, a lot of my skepticism was also lifted with the casting choices. Are y'all game? Overall, the quad squad. I mean, we'll get more in depth when we talk about the story, but when we saw Pedro, Joseph, Eben, and Vanessa, were you game or were you still skeptical?
No, I think the casting was great in this movie. Like, huge Pedro Pascal fan. Joseph Quinn since
Chrissy, wake up!
Yeah, since Stranger Things has been great. Vanessa Kirby, I've seen her. She's a really good actress. I don't know what the actor's name of
Eben.
Like, I haven't.
You haven't watched The Bear, huh?
Yeah. So
okay.
I don't know a lot about him, but again, I was totally fine. And Galactus was perfect in my opinion.
Oh, Ralph Ineson, yeah.
Ralph Ineson was perfect as Galactus.
So this cast, hold up, this cast though, when it was announced, were you like, or were you like,
I was like,
that's a good cast?
I was like, this is interesting. This looks cool. I was totally for it. I don't understand like what the big deal would be with some people who are like, oh my God, just like, why? It's like, dude, like those are good actors right there. And they look the part.
I think the biggest thing people had when they announced the cast was this is the fourth time, right?
Yeah.
The third iteration. So I think it was a big question mark. It's like, who are they going to bring in now? Who could they bring now? Now, I know some people were like, Pedro Pascal, he's just in everything. Let's just put him in everything, which he is in a lot of stuff.
There is oversaturation with Pedro. Just in this year alone. You have Fantastic Four. You have Materialists.
Eddington.
You have The Last of Us Part 2 in this seat. I love me my Pedro. Listen, I was a Pedro stan back when he was making small waves in Narcos, seasons 1 through 3. And I was like, man, this guy got to get some bigger projects. I love this guy. And then I guess Hollywood heard the call because now he's in everything. And I'm like, okay, stop. Slow down. I don't need him in everything. I'm okay with variety and diversity in my projects, but okay, enough's enough. After this, I don't want to. I want to go 2 years without seeing Pedro.
You ain't gonna get.
I need it.
You ain't go. He's got Doomsday next year. He's got the Mandalorian film next year.
Mandalorian. Oh my God! You see? Okay, there you go. I forgot about Mandalorian.
He's gold, man. Whatever he touches turns gold. He's Rumpelstiltskin. When has he missed? I don't know. Oh, is that supposed to be Reed? Okay.
There are very casual lines that are said. I mean, even in the trailers, but if you watch the film, it's just they play the same clips over and over again in these trailers, and they're just burned into my mind. Like the things like, okay. That's all I got for him. Or Pedro's, I don't know.
Sure.
Oh Jesus. But yes. Anyways,
fair.
No, I will say this. I've become a more recent Ralph Innocent. What are you doing? What are you downing? You're downing
honey.
some honey.
It's
honey.
Correct. I'm a fucking bear. Yes. Ralph Innocent, what were you saying?
Ralph Innocent, I started noticing him through his vocal performances more than his acting, like his physical acting appearances. He was Sid in Final Fantasy 16, and I recognize him solely from that performance because he has a very distinct, like, charred British accent. And he sounded so cool as Sid. So after Final Fantasy 16, I'm like, man, what else has this guy done? And every time, like, he was in Nosferatu. I didn't know he was in this film until I went to go see it. And even like in the big Galactus moments where like he's in the chair and he's in the ship, I didn't know that was him because there was like a gargle effect like in the echo of the ship when he was talking. But when he actually like got out of the ship, I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but when he actually left the ship and there was no like weird gargle filter on his voice, I heard him. I'm like, holy crap, it's that guy. It's Sid. It's Sid. It's him. What the hell? I didn't know he was here. So I was more hyped for him. I just like hearing the guy's voice. I don't know. I just like hearing the guy's voice.
He has a very distinct voice.
Very
It's that
distinct.
Very distinct.
Baritone bass, yeah, like you said, gravelly. Yeah. Okay, so it sounds like no red flags really with this cast. I guess the only really red flag was just the state of the MCU at the time, but we all pretty much enjoyed this film. Shall we get into the nitty-gritty?
Sure.
Okay. All right, folks, the 37th film, the first film of Phase 6. And you know, we decided to take it to a whole nother universe with a different Earth. And you know, rightfully so, the Fantastic Four kicks it off with what I think is obviously the core of the film, you know, the pregnancy announcement of Reed and Sue. And emotionally, that's the emotional core and through line throughout the film is Franklin being born and, you know, them being pregnant and this idea of family. And I thought I like this opening actually a lot. It's I don't know, you know, if they're the first family, and instead of, you know, reintroducing us to this family, they're saying, let's just introduce another member to the family and see who this family is as they adjust to this new member, which I like. We're basically skipping the origin story, which I'm fine with at this point.
I was just gonna say, I think it's great that Marvel and DC, because DC also learned from this shit, that it's like there's some origin stories in the comic books that even if you're not a comic book fan, you've seen it portrayed in media so much that pretty much everyone knows it. It's kind of common knowledge, and you're just wasting time like revolving the movie around that exposition, around like that origin story. And I really liked how Fantastic Four did this very well.
They did this with style. They did
Like
this with
I
style.
really liked how they did it. They made it like, oh, like a TV show, like a 60s TV show kind of stuff. And it's like, okay, this is cool. And you're
Yes.
just seeing like, oh, they got their powers, and this is everything they've done since then. Superman,
It's like a 60 Minutes episode.
it did its own little thing, you know. And it's just like the audience is smart. The audience knows how they got their powers. You don't need to waste a lot of time here. Get into the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, kudos that they did this. The same thing with like Spider-Man, you know, like Tom Holland Spider-Man, that we haven't seen Uncle Ben die. It's like, we know Uncle Ben is dead.
Right. Oh, I get to your point. Yeah. So, you know, like Superman had its opening crawl. Spider-Man just kind of jumps into it and lets
Exactly.
you piece it
And
together.
this one did like its own little,
They gave you a recap.
they gave you a recap in the style of like the world, which was,
Right.
I will say, like, I liked that a lot.
This might have been my favorite part of the movie, to be honest. I liked how it was edited. I liked the music. I liked the vibe. And then yeah, man, I just thought this was so well done. And then, you know, they each had like a sizzle reel of their powers being used too. I don't know. I really like this, and I credit this to Matt Shackman. You know, they said give him the 60s aesthetic. Look what he did with WandaVision and I Love Lucy and the Andy Griffith Show. He can do it again, and I think he did it better here. Obviously, this is propped up more because it's in a theatrical film, but he didn't miss a beat with this opening, and I really liked this in its presentation.
Yeah, I think he did it better here than in WandaVision, because in WandaVision, it was always with the illusion of this is just like a skit. This is just a bit. This is not what WandaVision is based in. You don't have to write the characters around these aesthetics. just do a little I Love Lucy bit and make it silly, and then, after an episode or two, it's gone. We're going to go back to modern settings. Here, they said, make the entire film centered around this aesthetic and make it work. And I think it had a lot of potential to not work.
Yeah.
Because some people don't care for these, like, goofy looking interpretations of superheroes. Can you imagine if we start seeing like Electro in the MCU with the lightning mask and the green?
I would
spandex?
welcome that.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
I do. I like
would
comic
not.
book camp. I like comic
No.
book camp. Yes, I do. Yes,
You would
I
hate
do.
it. You
I would
praise
not.
you praise Jamie Foxx's interpretation.
Never. Not even when they made him unblue. No, I like campiness. This one leaned into that 60s comic book camp, and I like that. I like that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I welcome it. Put the big yellow on Electro. Come on, bring it.
We'll quote this.
You can.
He'll still deny it later, Dr. Mondo. So
Whatever. But in this too, we get a sense of who they are as well. In this we get a lot in this little reel. We see some of their villains that they faced. The Mole Man, the Puppet
Incredibles.
Master who got cut from the film. We didn't actually see the Puppet Master, John Malkovich's character, but we saw his like mind control gorillas. Interesting how he was cut though. But I feel we get a really good sense of the four themselves and kind of who they were before the powers and kind of a lead into who they are as well. For example, what I mean is obviously Reed is the genius level intellect, probably one of the greatest minds of their universe. And I really I'm gonna hype up Sue a lot in this film. I liked how they showed that Susan Storm brokered peace with all these nations.
He's a diplomat.
She's a diplomat. She's a poli-sci major. I'm glad they didn't try to match her with Reed and let Reed be in his own little section. And then they each had their own little section. And I love that Sue was out here being a diplomat. I feel we just don't see that, or we haven't seen that in other iterations. So I really like that.
does it top Jessica Alba's performance?
Yes, in the first 5 minutes, this is hands down better than Jessica Alba's
Wow.
performance.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
granted, it also has to do with direction.
Correct.
Jessica Alba has come and say, yeah, they told me to cry prettier. It's
You're-
like
Oh,
You're
yeah.
pretty.
That's
like
right.
they told her to cry prettier. And it's that's direction. It's granted, Vanessa Kirby is I think a more accomplished actress than Jessica Alba. Not trying to disrespect her, but also the direction of Fantastic Four, that one, the 2005 one and 2007 was atrocious.
I mean, Kate Mara's and Dr. Jace's background.
Oh no, 2015, that one should be wiped from our memories.
Well,
that is wow.
I mean, it's like this. At
That
least
was
they
an
told
insult. That is a sin. This one,
at least they told Jessica Alba to cry pretty. I don't think they told Kate Mara anything.
no,
they didn't give her anything.
No, they didn't. In that film, the Thing and Invisible Woman don't talk to
They
each
have
other.
no correct. They have no
They
direct
have
dialect.
no they never talk to each other.
They
in
don't.
the entire movie.
But they're a family.
A distant
It is-
family.
Distant family.
It's fantastic.
They said you get the silent treatment.
It's
And he doesn't wear any pants.
He does not. That only works for Donkey Kong. It doesn't work for the Thing. But actually, her and that whole movie has so many problems. Half the cast was beefing with the director.
Yeah.
It's just not. It was just not it. But Johnny, I like. We'll get into Johnny later, but I like how Johnny is kind of just established as he wants to get back to space. He wants to seek adventure, and this will play a part as far as what his ultimate contribution is to the film later. And then I feel The Thing is just kind of your boots on the ground kind of guy. He's the one out there with the people, and he's walking the streets, going to his old neighborhood, stopping by the Jewish school, flirting with the Jewish teacher. I actually wish we had more of The Thing.
Yeah, the thing that is one of my like gripes of the movie. The Thing is pretty much made a side character, in my opinion.
He gets the least amount to do. He
Yeah.
gets the least amount. Agreed. Agreed. And and it's interesting because obviously this is the third iteration, the fourth film, and it's hard to not try to you know retread some familiar beats. And I'm glad we didn't get the whole, oh, I hate being a rock, Reed, you gotta turn me
Yeah.
back normal. I'm glad we didn't get that story. I would not have wanted to see that again. I'd rather see this, him just being with the people and accepting
Mhm.
his outer appearance, and still being reserved, because he accepts himself, but he's also like, can I have a relationship with the school teacher? Does she think I'm attractive? Does she like rocks? Does she like a rock beard? I like those reservations, but I wish we had more. But again, I'm glad we're not seeing a lot of the same that we've already seen.
So you did not want to see him without pants.
No, I sure did not. And I did not want him to be like, how long, Reed? You said you're gonna fix me, Reed. You gotta fix me, Reed. I'd rather him doing what you were doing. Okay. Okay.
Sticking his rock fingers inside food? That's disgusting.
It's gotta be clean, right? He's
I'm-
gotta be clean.
I,
Oh, yes. And to Sanji's point, he is the best pilot in the world.
oh.
And we'll get into his standout pilot scene. But we get them, and we get how they react to Franklin. And they're just on top of the world. Did you feel like they were like, okay. Oh, I hate to compare. I hate to compare.
To compare superhero films with each other.
No. Listen to what I'm about to say. Because in the '05 film, the 2005 film, I just watched it the other day, and it's kind of annoying. They had that bridge scene where they saved like 20 people or whatnot.
Yes.
And then from that one rescue scene, they become instant celebrities, right?
Right.
Like they go home to the Baxter building, and there's hundreds of fans outside their building with signs, and they're already ready to get endorsements from people. And I'm like, it's 20 people, and they pretty much caused the accident themselves when the thing jumped into traffic. Like, they caused that. Versus here in the sizzle reel, we get a lot of their exploits in. We get Sue being the diplomat, Reed breaking new ground in science, and they earned this like world's greatest heroes, I feel, in this film, because I think this film purposefully sets them up to be at their highest point of just they're at the top. They're sitting at the top. They're sitting at the top. And now they'll get in Franklin, and it's like, yeah, we got a new family member. You're gonna be the best mom, and you're gonna be the worst dad, and we're gonna be the best uncles. And they said, what could go wrong? What could go wrong? I think you had to build them up here for what transpires in the rest of the film. And I really liked that. I liked that. Am I crazy? Or am I
No,
making
no, no, no,
sense?
no. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I think they did a good job. Granted, I think like one of my gripes with the movie was very, 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 very predictable for me. Like,
Mm.
so that like, I think them doing that, I was like, oh yeah, they're gonna come crashing down, and it's like, oh, the baby, oh, the egg that's teleporting. Oh, I know what's gonna happen. It's like, granted, it wasn't as like they were just like shooing it in or just like putting it in your face like this, but it was pretty predictable. And
I
I
mean,
think
I don't think
that
predictability is should be a negative thing.
I
You
think
know,
it leaves
I think
you
it's like
less
if you get,
engaged with
I
a
think it's fine.
film.
It's fine that it's fine if you can predict like the plot of a movie. It's fine, but like throw a little, like some little twists in between to like kind of keep it interesting for me. And the thing is that I was able to just like predict the entire movie. Like I didn't feel at any point, oh wow, in like a surprise factor. That's all.
so you want to be surprised.
Like I think it's like, yeah, even in a predictable movie, you can still give me something. Oh, okay, I didn't expect this.
I
It
I
doesn't need to be a lot.
I think that's a fair comparison because I was feeling the same way. I think the film kind of got into like generic territory. Not that the film was generic in itself, but like
Mhm.
the story as it was going, like Dr. Mondo saying, you could start seeing like, okay, this is gonna happen next. You know, Reed's gonna, make a teleporter at some point. That's gonna once they showed the egg, like how early in the film, like the first 30 minutes, I'm like, that's going to be the main plot device in the rest of the film.
Yeah.
And it's in contrast to a film like The Thunderbolts. I'm going to draw a comparison to The Thunderbolts because in The Thunderbolts, you're wondering the entire time how the hell are these nobodies going to defeat whatever the hell the void is. Now, granted, they didn't do what Grandmaster wants, the toys smashing into each other to defeat the bad guy at the end. But you're still left wondering, like, how is this gonna pan out? What's gonna happen? And here, I knew once Galactus showed up, at some point they're gonna push him through the portal. How it was gonna happen? That's why you watch the movie. Is the thing gonna pick up his leg and push him off his balance? Is Sue gonna use her invisible powers or shield powers to like pull him down, and Reed's gonna stretch him and like, I don't know, pull his neck? I don't know. But I understand what Dr. Mondo's saying. It did get into that predictability pattern where I'm like, this is gonna happen next. All right. They were never gonna give up the baby. They were
Hold
never
up,
gonna
God,
give up that
we're
baby.
jumping ahead. Hold up.
I'm just
Hold
saying.
up.
I'm just going. And when it comes
God,
to predictability with plot threads,
Fine. I was just talking about how I asked, did they earn the world's greatest heroes?
Well,
bit?
they
That's
did.
what I
They
asked.
did. They did.
That's
Like
what
they
like,
did.
that's
They already.
predictable.
They
That's I
okay.
can
But,
predict they're gonna fall from grace and fall out of the public's eye. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, because once they showed in the trailer that that one reporter asked, "What did Galactus want?" And Reed said no, wait. Let me build this up. So Reed comes back in the trailer.
God,
In the trailer, it's in the trailer. Shut your mouth. It's in the trailer. Reed comes back and he's like, "We could not defeat Galactus. He asked us too high of a price."
I didn't watch that trailer. I actually skipped that.
And then that one reporter's like, "Well, what did he ask?" And Reed said, "He asked for our child." And then that's it. You don't see what the reaction is of the crowd or anything. Right there, I was like, that crowd better get pissed in the movie because mass hysteria is a real thing with people. And if they hear something like their entire world is going to be destroyed, and the payoff for that was just giving up a baby, that better be addressed in the film. They
You
better
could have
get
saved
angry.
this for Act 2. You could have saved this for Act 2.
They better get angry.
You're jumping ahead. You're jumping ahead. You could have brought this up later. Let's get back to Act 1 because yes, they're at the height of their fame and world's greatest heroes. They're happy and excited about this baby. What could go wrong? Yes, here comes I herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald Galactus. Silver Surfer. What's her name?
Shangri-La. Oh.
Shala Ball. Shala Ball. Let me. When's the last time y'all saw? What's the last time you saw Rise of the Silver Surfer?
When it came out.
it came out.
Yeah. We don't. Dr. Mono and I don't rewatch movies over and over again.
It's like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna see trash again.
Wow. It's funny enough, it's better than the 2005 film. I bring this up because do you know when Galactus gets name dropped? Like how much time is left in the movie when they actually realize that the Surfer is here to destroy their world? There is 28 minutes left in the movie when Galactus gets name dropped, and it is revealed that he's the Cloud and he's coming to eat their world. The whole film is them chasing the Surfer, trying to figure out why the Surfer's here. The Surfer is causing weather anomalies in these giant craters, but ultimately it's not world ending at all. It's only 28 minutes. And in that 28 minutes, the only people that know about Galactus are the Fantastic Four. That's not shared with anybody else. Only they know that the world's about to end. And I bring that up because what this movie does better is it is felt by everyone from the beginning and it carries through the rest of the film. Like, it makes no sense why you have this world eating thing coming and only four people know.
No, I think it's like granted, like I totally agree with you. It's like I think this movie did a really good job at that. Like, and I think one thing it's not I'm not even like jumping here, but I think it's like the movie does a good job at this. Even though I was saying like it's predictable, one thing that this does that a lot of MCU movies don't do, and I think like fail to do, is the stakes. Is like let you know the stakes of what's going on. Because
Right.
I think a lot of MCU movies, I would even dare say series, they sometimes fall into like, the stakes aren't like they don't really hammer in like, yo, these are the stakes of what's
Right.
going on or what's going to happen if we don't intervene. And you just kind of like lose interest because whatever. Here it's like from the get-go, I herald your end. It's like spend it with the people you love. And then out of nowhere, like basically the world, it's like happy, jolly, celebrating these heroes. And now it's like, yeah, your world's gonna end.
Yep.
And there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing.
Well, the Fantastic Four, they can save the
Like,
day.
and like obviously, it's like there's nothing you can do about it. Like that's what kind of like what Shalabala is saying, right?
Well, no, that's what I'm
The
saying.
world.
It's good because she says, yeah, like die with your own.
It's like die
Um,
with your own. It's like, and it's like obviously hope is the last thing that dies, and everyone's like, oh, like our heroes are gonna save us, like they always have.
what's that Silver Lady talking about?
It's like,
We'll be all
is she
right.
crazy? Is she crazy? It's like we got these guys here. It's like they're gonna save us.
Hey, yo, Silver Lady, that's Mr. Fantastic. Do you know who you're talking to?
But yeah, I think the movie did a good job kind of raising the stakes and making the stakes known.
And felt, yes.
Yeah, you felt it, even though you obviously knew, right? It's like everything's gonna get resolved. They made you feel the stakes, and I appreciate that because it's something that the MCU has been lacking for a while. Granted, Thunderbolts did it well too. Thunderbolts did it well, in my
Uh,
opinion.
I mean, in comparison, the issue with the Thunderbolts is, again, it's the Thunderbolts leans on the rest of the world to react in another project, you know. Uh, and this is a problem with the MCU is that, whether the stakes are present or not in the film, the ramifications should be talked about in the next projects, or you know what I'm saying?
So yeah,
Like,
it's like it's kind of like what we've explained. Granted, they then brought it up, right? Like years later. It's like
oh yes, yes,
there's a
yes,
fucking hand sticking out of the Indian Ocean.
correct.
No one talked about this for
Yes,
years until Captain America Shitty New World. And, and it was in the dumbest way possible.
right.
Um, so it's kind of like you like they talk connectivity, but really everything happens in a bubble because no one references what happened in the last film where almost the planet blew up. It's
Right. But
So
in this film, they operate in a big bubble. They let the world and they show you that this world is reacting,
yeah,
and they're ever so hopeful that the Fantastic Four got this. They're gonna go out there and parlay with Galactus, which is funny because um they did their research and they saw that Galactus was destroying all these planets and whatnot. But they're like, it's fine. We can talk with him. We're the Fantastic Four. Sue, you brokered peace with Subterranea and the Mole Man. This will be a cakewalk. And Ben, just punch him. Just punch him in the end, Ben.
Okay.
And Johnny, you get to go to space. It's a win for all of us, team. And when we come back, baby Franklin will be born. Peace across the world, right?
yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I thought this was great. Just a scale of Galactus, and again, it's also this type of film where it's like, just accept the fact that they already have a ship that can travel at the speed of light and whatnot. Just believe that Reed Richards is that smart to have come up with that type of
Oh no,
ship.
like that. Like
Which
there were
is
some things that,
ridiculous.
like, granted, I know Reed Richards is a freaking genius. I totally get it. But I'm like, are you fucking serious?
That was the one part that kind of pulled me out just a little bit because it made me wonder. So, have you interacted with any other cosmic like entities before Galactic? Because there's no way. There's no way you have.
He built it because this is Reed's curse. He thinks of every scenario. He knew he'd have to go across the galaxy at the speed of light at some point. He knew.
It's crazy. I don't know. It's
No, you don't buy that they just had that ready to go.
No, I don't. I mean, I believe that he can make it. Like, it's Reed Richards. Like, some would say he is the smartest like entity in like Marvel comics.
I think
in general.
I think he is. Like,
Yeah.
the only ones that kind of like rival him, right? Rival him are Tony Stark and Doctor Doom.
No, T'Challa.
And T'Challa. T'Challa is the other one that rivals him.
Riri Williams.
Yes, Riri. Moon Girl actually too is considered one of the.
But I mean, but he is up there. Like some would say he's number one. So I don't disbelieve that he cannot make something like that. It's just having it already exist by the time we meet these characters. I'm like, so how isolated is this world of Fantastic Four? Do they not have any other superheroes in their timeline?
It looks like. Yeah.
So it looks like it's giving and it's a very weird comparison, but it's giving Spider-Man No Way Home when Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man comes in and he's reminiscing about his past with the other Spider-Man, and he's saying, yeah, I fought a cosmic alien before. And he's talking about, the symbiote Venom. But all his references were just villains from Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. And I'm thinking, like, you're telling me since Spider-Man 3, in the 20 years that you've been Spider-Man after that, you didn't counter anything else? Nothing else?
Doctor Strange is in the Raimi universe. From a name drop in Spider-Man 2.
I mean, so is Dr. Connors and other characters, but it's like their worlds are static at one point. They're like, all right, we're on an incline, boom, stop there. So Reed Richards, Fantastic Four First Steps, whole 60s aesthetic, we're the best superheroes in the world. We made a ship that could go faster than light, static. Where are the other superheroes? Where are the other cosmic entities and villains? Static. Just static. It's static.
We don't know much more about the world. Also, it's set in the 60s. Maybe, their Tony Stark hasn't come along yet. Maybe he hasn't been born. If they want to further explore this set of Fantastic Four in this universe, time will tell, I guess. But you have to suspend your disbelief that That's where they stopped, right? They travel halfway across the galaxy. Ain't no Yondus out there. Ain't no Ego the Living Planets. Just Galactus sitting in a chair, hungry. I want to eat your Earth. I'm coming for your Earth. Wait a minute. What's that smell?
Is that a
Give me your-
baby? He reminded me of a fat bastard from Austin Powers wanting to eat babies. Is that a baby? This man wanted to eat a whole ass like planet, galaxies, and everything. And as soon as he sees a child, hold up there.
Is that a baby?
Oh, people are gonna meme that. Oh, that should be so funny.
Galactus said, "Okay, okay, hey, you give me that baby. I'll leave your planet alone." I'm telling you, that baby, that unborn cosmic entity of a baby, you give me that baby right now. I'll leave your planet good as dry. You know, consider your planet some broccoli and me a carnivore. I ain't touching it. But you just give me that baby.
So, Mr. Richards, what did you say when Galactus said that? I don't know.
Hell no. Hell no.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, see, like y'all said, the predictability, and I think the predictability is fine because when you have these character explorations, that complements the predictability. For example, in this whole moment, obviously Sue was like, "Fuck no, you're not touching my baby, my unborn child. He's not even born yet." And in Reed's head, his mind says, "Reed, say no, say no, say no, say no." There's one part of his brain that's like, "Say no, say no," which he says no. And then the loud part of his brain is like, "Maybe we should, Reed. Maybe we should. Look how big he is, Reed. What are you gonna do? Stretch him to death?"
He had to
He
consider
eats planets, Reed. This is illogical.
He had to consider all options.
And I see this is good. This is good because this is also in this like 2005 one where like Sue's like, "You always let your head get in the way, Reed." But then like the most he's letting his head get in the way is he just doesn't want to be with her. That's like the only thing. He'd rather go do science than be with her and be a good husband or a boyfriend. I'd rather have this where he's like, should I give up my son? Maybe one life for, 10 billion.
Yeah.
Stakes like we're talking about,
It's
this
the impossible choice.
It's the impossible choice, right? This is more fun to explore in what is a relatively predictable plot, but the dialogue and the exchanges here are good because good and well too in this scene. She heard Reed say no, but she's like, "This bastard." I know good and well. He said, "Well, this is good. This is good." And then, which a lot of people call this the best scene in the film, the space chase.
The space chase was great.
That was probably my favorite part.
That was my
of the
favorite scene of
movie.
the entire movie.
In terms of action sequences, like that was my favorite part. Yeah, Silver Surfer chasing them, getting to the black hole. You saw all their powers and like their specialties on display.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, no, it was great. It was great.
I really like her just like surfing through the wormhole.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
like surfing through the wormhole. Then when they arrive at the black hole, like almost like kind of like the event horizon.
Yeah.
She's surfing through the cosmic dust of a black hole around the event horizon. And like I also liked how like when she kind of like when she's like absorbed by the black hole, like the
Yeah.
spaghettification, all that kind of stuff, which like people say can happen. That was like, and then they just use the gravitational to just slingshot. I was like, that was cool.
That was
I
cool.
was like, this was good ass sci-fi here.
And I like how you said she was surfing. They like in the original, in the Rise of the Silver Surfer, he just kind of
Yeah,
moves.
it's like a hoverboard.
She's surfing. She like looks like she
Yeah,
studied Earth surf
no,
and
yeah, it's
learned
like
how to
she is
surf.
legit ass surfing in the wormhole, and
Right.
that is so freaking cool.
Yes, yes. I thought visually this was a very fun
This was, I think,
sequence.
the most fun scene, I think, in the movie.
Oh, not to mention too, Susan Labor now. He said,
Oh
"Give me
yeah,
that
that was
baby if I gotta push it out of you," you know. And Stakes, talk about Stakes. Reed's like, "All right, Sue, I need you to turn us invisible for 5 seconds." Reed, on your next after your next contraction, Sue. You got this, baby. You got this.
I think that added a level of chaos to the already chaotic chase sequence. That was it was a nice touch. It was a nice
Yes.
touch. We don't get this high again, unfortunately.
Oh,
Even
we
in the
don't.
even in
We
the
don't.
big bad fight towards the
Climax.
end.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that when we get into it. But yeah, fun scene, fun scene.
Yeah, no, definitely, definitely. Yeah, this is probably the peak of the film, probably, yeah. Because Act Two is relatively calmer. Act Two is a kind of a again, they this film chooses to explore the family dynamic, which I think they do a great job. Like Reed and Sue as new parents, this feels real. Johnny and Ben trying to find their place and be, you know, uh, helpful and contributing to everything going on. That feels real. But they take a lot of opportunity to have this group interact with their world. And so, like to Dr. Jason's point, what he was saying earlier with the what the trailers were showing with this press interview from when they come back. Um, I love this scene too. This was great because it's the Fantastic Four. Of course they brokered peace with Galactus. They just came out the bat saying, "How did you defeat Galactus?" What?
what are you talking about? We didn't defeat Galactus.
He's 300 feet tall, man.
They didn't know.
They didn't know, right? And I love that they didn't know, and they just assumed that the Fantastic Four is back from their month's journey. They must have defeated Galactus, right? Sue turned him invisible, and he tripped over himself and fell into the vastness of space.
They
How'd you
did.
do it, Reed?
I don't know.
We didn't. Ben tried punching him. He didn't even flinch. Johnny lit him on fire, and he said, "This is the warmest I ever felt in the vacuum of space." Well, what now, Reed? He's coming. Run, hide.
It's like, where?
Hysteria.
He's coming here. He wants our son. Well, you gave it to him, right? Right? Reed? I like the fallout of this society who, glamorized and put the Fantastic Four on a pedestal. And
No,
now
and
they're over.
it's kind of like because they're seen as like they're put on the pedestal. There are like not Earth's, yeah, like Earth's mightiest heroes, the best,
Yes, absolutely.
all that kind of stuff, right? Like they're perfect, they're infallible. It's like they're beyond human. Obviously, they have superpowers, almost like they're gods walking among men. And when they're faced with a very human decision, it's a very human decision. It's like, should you sacrifice that which you hold the most dear to save everyone? Should you? It's like if you approach it from like a super, 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 super logical, it's like, yeah, you're giving away a baby to save an entire planet, but that's not a human way of making a decision. Like,
It's that train, that train, that ethical train question. A
Yes.
train, yeah, a train's about to run over one person, or you can switch the track and like
It'll run over a bunch of people instead.
yeah.
yeah.
Um,
So it's the impossible decision is a very human decision. And it's like, despite them being gods walking among men, they're still human beings. And they're parents, and they're making and they made a decision as parents. It's like, yeah, fuck the world. They honestly said, fuck the world. It's like my baby is my world.
She said, "I will not sacrifice my child for this world, but I
But I
will
will
not
not
sacrifice
sacrifice.
this world for my
That was
child."
good.
That
No,
was
like
great. That was
honestly,
great.
I'm gonna say like the best lines overall were Sue Storm. Like
She's the MVP of this movie.
she's the MVP of the movie. It's
I
like
feel she carried this movie. Funny enough, that line, you ever seen John Q with Denzel Washington?
wait,
Nobody seen John Q?
no, no, just what,
no.
what?
Where his son has an enlarged heart and his son is like last on the donor list. So he holds a hospital hostage until his son can get a heart. And he says a famous line. He says, "I will not bury my son. My son will bury me." I think the two are comparable. The Sue Storm and
Whenever it's
Denzel.
convenient.
Oh,
But sure.
you know what? Forget it. Just forget it. People will know what I'm talking about. It is the same type of energy. It is indeed this new parent. How dare you ask the mother to give up her child? Okay. Also, it's very much like the Joker, in the Dark Knight. You have the trigger to blow up the other boat. If you don't blow up the other boat, I will blow up both boats. An impossible decision.
Yep.
Can't compare two
So
superhero movies. You can't do it.
I'm comparing scenes.
Superhero movies.
Whatever.
but I think they did a good job in that. I think, and again, Sue Storm has the best lines in this movie.
Yes, agreed.
I agree that she carries this movie.
Yeah, I mean, her chemistry with Pedro is really good too.
Oh yeah, also.
Because I really like Pedro as Mr. Fantastic. This very, obviously genius, but there is this level of introvertedness and social anxiety that shows throughout this film that you don't really see in either of the other versions. I prefer this take of Reed where, he's methodical, but he's to himself. He's not trying to be the smartest in the room until it actually matters.
He's
Versus
not a
try
Tony
to.
Stark.
He's not a Tony Stark, right? Tony Stark's gonna let you know he's the smartest in the room.
Right.
Reed is gonna let you know he's the smartest in the room when he has to be the smartest in the room. You know, I like that Reed's approach. So Pedro, yeah, he's probably my favorite Reed to date. Let's talk about Johnny real quick with regards to Joseph Quinn and his overall portrayal. Because I've been said you can't just be an astronaut. You have to be smart. You have to have a level of some kind of intelligence, degrees in astrophysicist or something. And I feel I actually Chris Evans does a really good job as the Human Torch, as far as the showboaty, playboy, flashy, arrogant, but still has a heart Human Torch.
He's no astronaut.
Well, they call him a pilot, but I'm like, we can't see it, right? You don't really see it.
He flies around. Clearly, he's a pilot.
It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. But I mean, same thing though with this Johnny. I mean, Ben's more the pilot, but Johnny is smart because the fact that they gave this agency they gave him to be a linguist of all things. Like, were you expecting him to be a linguist in this movie?
Yeah, that was granted, I liked that Johnny was smart. One thing I liked of Johnny was like, yes, he had that showboaty nature. And at the beginning of the movie, you kind of figure that, like, you kind of see that Reed kind of like flings him aside.
Yes, yes. Uh-huh.
Flings him aside, he flings him aside. And Johnny is able to do something and interpret something that even Reed didn't think of.
Yes.
And it's like he's able to break, kind of like have a eureka moment that even Reed couldn't have thought of, because it goes like Reed is an absolute genius, but there are limitations, like especially maybe like even emotionally.
Correct.
And Johnny has that part. Like Johnny is able to appreciate that part a little bit better. I didn't know he was a linguist. That part that kind of threw me off. It was to a certain degree. It was like, whoa, like where did this come from? But it was cool. And that
I think yeah.
and that he was able to kind of like, yeah, I was able to decipher all the messages. It's like this, all these messages you've been giving, it's all connected. It's like
It's her.
from her planet. It's her. It's her. That's her language.
And he said, and see, and I'm glad you pointed this out as far as Reed blew it off because he's not trying to appeal to the human nature or the nature of people. He's just trying to think of the smartest way out.
No, it's like
right?
a smart way out. He sees everything as a mathematical equation.
Which does not factor in
When it
like
comes to
compassion, empathy.
When it comes to emotions, like
Right.
you can't make an equation for emotions.
Right.
The AI, I'm pretty sure, can do that at one point or another, but it's like we're not there yet. But and it, like I liked that Johnny was that hothead, but still like had a brain
Yes.
and was able to kind of prove himself to a certain degree to Reed, saying it's like, hey, you kind of flung me aside, and I did something you couldn't do.
But it was also good too because Sue gave him encouragement.
No, exactly. Sue is the glue. Sue is the glue. Like she keeps everyone together. She's the diplomat. She encourages everyone. She inspires everyone.
Yes, because and here's what I like is because in this film, the 2005 one, Sue, oh God, the dialogue is so cringy. Stop it, Johnny. Johnny, you're not a little kid anymore. Johnny, Ben, you both deserve a timeout. Like,
Come on, that's gold.
no.
Put some respect, man. They walked so that first steps could soar. You need to put some respect.
No,
they
I
paved
will
the way.
not. I will not. And then yours is even worse too because
They don't even talk to each other.
I think the most they probably said was like, Sue, I like driving cars. Johnny, stop. I don't know. I got nothing. I got to rewatch that movie. I really don't have it.
Why do you put yourself in what's trash?
I have to. I have to be the smartest in the room. I have to know.
You're
if
not. You're not Reed Richards.
You're no Steve Rogers.
That's funny.
But we should take Bikini Bottom and move it somewhere else.
That was when he said that. Again, when I saw the egg bean teleport at the beginning, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna play a role. Is definitely gonna play a role." It's like if Galactus is in this movie, Galactus is coming. They're gonna try to transport the Earth or something.
Oh, I had no idea.
I was like, yeah, it's like, why show this egg? I'm like, again, everything that they show, when they zoom into a movie, you know that's gonna be used.
Well,
so I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a central plot point. So, but
I mean, I thought about it, but I was like,
it,
wait a minute. I hope you're going to a place with a sun.
No, yeah, but when he said it, like when he like legit said, "We're gonna move the Earth," and it's like I was immediately that came to me. It was like that
might be
the dumbest thing.
I mean, but in theory, it's a smart idea, you know.
Yeah, it's like, well, like we can't escape, so it's like we'll just move the freaking planet somewhere, and we delay the inevitable by a few million years. We're all gonna be dead.
Right.
I like how they
right.
did not even entertain that. They're like, it's not even like stopping him. They're just
No,
delaying it by.
No, they did. Yeah, it's like they
Right.
said it. They said it.
Yeah.
It's like it'll take him about like a couple of million years to actually find us. And when that happens, our our descendants will figure it out.
But see, I feel like there's a cut of this film that is like left on the, in the backlogs of Marvel, because I'm like, there had to have been like some crowd reaction that said, okay, so what, are we all gonna be dead in a million years? What are our descendants gonna do when he comes back? We'll move it again. We'll keep moving it. Every time. I'm like, what was the reaction to that? You delayed him for a million years. Great. What about him eventually getting there? I don't know. It ain't our problem. We're going to be dead.
I think that's hilarious. I think because it's not it's a temporary, it's a band-aid. It's a band-aid. God forbid, every time he shows up, you rip it off and then you got to reapply. And I can only imagine Galactus like, oh, I finally found you.
God damn it.
Rats. Oh man. But see, this is good too, because again, I like that the world itself was a character. They said, you know what? Reed says we got to move the Earth. All right, everybody. Let's put your gloves on, put your boots on.
Put all your wars aside. Well, I don't even think wars are a thing in this universe, because the entire planet got together. Resources, minerals, time, labor, energy.
Subternia too.
Everyone.
Subterranean is not even in play yet, but everybody though is very much like,
yeah.
If the Fantastic Four said it, we gotta do it. We gotta do it. And this is where I think a lot of the cuts of the film come into play, because this is like this is a good couple of months of time jumping.
Yeah, there are a few time jumps in the movie.
Right. Yeah.
There are a few time jumps. Like I think it was like a month since they went to space. Granted, I am kind of curious, and again, this is like really a nitpicking moment, but it would have been cool because that time runs differently in space sometimes, or like near a black hole and all that kind of stuff. That would have been like, yo, wouldn't it have been so awesome if they just arrived like years later to the planet?
I thought that might have happened. That's the
Interstellar.
Because of the black hole. It's like, yo, if you're near a black hole, that's just like crunching things up.
We were about to go Interstellar, or
like they could have gone Interstellar here,
or Lightyear. You saw Lightyear.
Yeah, they could have done that. And honestly, that would have been, in my opinion, so much cooler. But it's fine they did it. Like they didn't need to. I just like that's like a nitpicky thing of me.
No, I did think of it too. I did think of it too. I was like, oh, they're gonna come back.
I like time travel stuff. So,
yeah.
But yeah, there were like a few time jumps in the movie. Like 1 month there. I don't know how long passed since like they started building the
things. Yeah.
I don't know how much time passed.
I know it was a good amount of time. Like they did not put those up overnight. That would have been an impossible task.
Oh no, yeah, like that would have been like, yeah, I don't care how fantastical this world is. Fuck that.
Yeah, right. But yeah, who didn't show up to help though, and they weren't in the United Nations.
Latveria.
Yep.
Victor Von Doom.
He said, Reed Richards. I ain't doing shit for Reed Richards.
I ain't doing shit.
He said, if that big old thing wants to come eat the planet, let them. Or give up that baby. They can make another one. They barely know that baby. He said, fuck that baby. You know what? Let me get that baby. We'll come back to him.
Wow. Yeah, that's actually what he said.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I also like that there was a cult of Galactus.
Yeah. Like
Galactus
everything.
is coming. Galactus is
like
coming.
the end of times, always. It's like, Always. There's always gonna be a cult.
I love that. I love that. I just thought that was really funny. But Act Two closes with shame, shame, shame. The surfer returns and starts blowing up the things, and Johnny says, "What about them? Did you love them too? Did you hate them? Did you hear their cries?"
The absolute, the monumental, the planetary guilt shame, like guilt tripping.
Did you give them a chance? Did you?
Did you? Did you? Did you? Did you?
Hey man, I was just doing my job. I've been at the hands of people who were just doing their job. She needed that. Obviously that was what pushed her over. In the in the Rise of the Silver Surfer, what pushes him over is that Sue Storm looks like his wife.
Oh,
Boring.
that's right. You liked it back
looks
then,
like his
though.
wife.
I did not like that. No. Who said I liked that?
Because it reminded you of like the Martha thing from Batman v Superman.
No. Nope. 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 This hits a little harder because, you know, her empathetic line of go die with the ones you love, go die with your own, meaning she has some little bit of inkling of remorse and empathy for what she does. And Johnny said, we're gonna attack that. We're gonna attack that, and we're gonna rip it open and let it bleed through her. And she realizes that she's part of the problem, which I like. Who's that? Julie Garner.
Yeah, like Silver Surfer. I like Silver Surfer, and like that part. Granted, it was like I kind of knew that it's like, okay, this is going way too fucking smoothly. As in like
the building. Yeah.
the
Right.
teleporters and all
Yeah.
that. I was like, yeah, this is going too smoothly. It's like when they were like in the countdown, oh yeah, everything's in place and all that. You just knew something was gonna go wrong.
Well, it was funny because like it was going so well. They were literally linking them up. And then how did she the fact that she knew to go attack those things?
Yeah, like
I'm picturing Galactus just being like, they're building what? They're gonna build a teleporter. So when you get to Earth, they're gonna disappear a million light years away, and then you gotta wait another million years to get that baby.
it's fucking
You better get down there, and you better destroy every single one of those teleporters. But I'm just a surfer. I don't give a damn. You make sure I get that baby.
I want that baby. Oh man.
That's what I envisioned that conversation. And then she said, or he's like, if you don't get me that fucking baby, your planet, I'm gonna eat the shit out of your planet. Please don't do that, please, Mr. Galactus, please. I got 2 kids.
horrible. Horrible. But yeah, it was like I kind of knew it's like, okay, this is going way too smoothly. This is gonna like something's gonna hit the fan, and then eventually one signal goes off, and I'm like, ah, shit, man, like I knew this. It's like
At one point I thought, is that Victor? Is he doing that? I was like, ain't no way. They're not
ain't
gonna
no way Victor Von Doom's gonna do that.
I was like, not in the middle
Not
of
yet.
this second
Not yet.
act. Right. Yeah, there ain't no way. But damn, were you ever like, well, what the hell we gonna do now? Because I didn't think I'm not a Reed Richards. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm a Ben Grimm. I'm gonna go check in on my girl,
Take him, my girl.
and that's all I'm gonna do. I thought they were fucked.
Huh?
They were gonna win somehow.
Was this predictable? The whole, if we can't move the Earth, we gotta
We
move
moved
him.
Galactus.
Yeah.
Well, there was a functioning teleporter. It's like, well, that's
Because he didn't destroy all of them.
Like,
Did
there
you
was only-
predict it in the predictable movie? Did you predict?
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. It was
After
clearly
they destroyed
also,
them.
like,
After-
also what helped predict it is that in the trailers, you see Galactus's shadow like on the
Yeah, we
on
know he shows up. Yeah.
he shows up. So it's like, why the fuck would he show up?
Well, if
He doesn't need to step out of his freaking thing to eat a planet.
if he swallows them, they can destroy him from the inside. The thing can punch his stomach. Johnny can set his ass on fire from the inside. And it's like the Ant-Man and Thanos. Sue can get in there and spread his cheeks with her force field until he blows up.
It's still actually bad. Oh, great. Oh, yeah, right. Ant-Man wasn't there like when Thanos came initially.
Mhm.
It
Right.
actually baffles me, like in the final battle, why didn't they just do that?
Just
Who knows?
throw
It
Ant-Man
still
down.
baffles me.
Throw Ant-Man down Thanos' throat.
Yeah,
Expand.
that's all you need to do, man. Go giant. Okay.
Um,
Mm.
so I didn't realize so many people did not like the fact that in Superman they were able to evacuate the city so quickly in time for when that rift
Yeah.
was
That
happening
was kind of bogus. I didn't like that either.
in Superman
In Superman, yeah.
because they were trying to say, oh, look at James Gunn. He's not just destroying Metropolis and all these people. They evacuated. Did you like the evacuation scene here better?
I don't even really remember it.
It was like they went to Subterranean.
Subterranean.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Subterranean.
Right,
Subterranean.
right.
Oh yeah, Subterranean.
And they only had to evacuate, New York, because there was no.
Because again, like New
Wait a
York,
minute.
America is the only thing that matters. Like,
Wait a minute, hold up. I just thought about this. It's because they had the only working teleporter. Is that right?
yeah,
That's why it had to
Right.
be New York. I was about to say they didn't have one in the middle of the Sahara. That
no,
they
no,
could
no,
have
no, no.
gone
The
to?
only one that was still functioning was the one in New York because that's where like Johnny came in and kind of like did the guilt tripping.
Right. Yeah.
That was the only one that Shia LaBeouf didn't destroy. So in order for they didn't know, okay, so like we're gonna put Baby Franklin here, or like to bait him, but he's gonna run.
You're gonna what with my baby, Reed?
He's going to run through pretty much any building. So we need to evacuate everyone. And
Listen, baby. I know how it sounds, but there's no other way. We gotta do it. I will protect our son.
yeah, but one thing that is like it kind of, and again, is that I noticed this. It was like when they were trying to like when like they switched it up, like they switched the.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, that's not gonna work. It's like
I didn't think it was gonna work.
I was
Yeah,
like,
that was
so,
dumb.
that was so dumb because it's like Galactus saw that baby in your belly. He was able to sniff out the cosmic energy that none of your machines could sniff. It's like you're telling me that you put an empty basket and he's gonna fall for it?
This pulled me out. Oh God, this entire sequence, the final act.
It's like this was like
This-
that was so dumb.
This pulled me out right away because I was sitting here thinking like, oh, they're gonna pull out some elaborate like last millisecond save to like get the baby right as they activate the teleporter and push Galactus in. But the plan here was to just have Johnny blind his eyes, which they don't even know if this guy can even be blinded, mind you. So they were rolling the dice on that. Yeah, Johnny, make sure you flame on into his eye sockets. I don't know if that's actually going to do anything. Don't worry, just try. Just try. It might hurt him. We don't know. So he does that. And then it's not even a quick like swap and pop. He just runs up, takes the basket, puts the empty one, and flies over to the nearest tower to give the baby to Hubie. Is it Huey?
Herbie.
Herbie.
We haven't talked about Herbie.
And I'm like, this is
The
dumb.
sixth member of the family, Herbie.
I'm like, this is dumb.
What's Herbie about to do?
Herbie was funny.
What's Wally about to do?
He was fun.
He said, Herbie.
But yeah, this I don't know what they were thinking with this.
The entire
plan.
plan was just dumb. It was so dumb. And I was just like, do you really think Galactus is gonna fall for this? And it's like he just like goes to hey. You
He
Oh,
said,
that
"Hey,
pause.
wait a minute.
wait a minute.
That pause on the step was really funny. I don't know.
I was just
It was
like,
silly.
did you really think that this guy was gonna fall for that? It's like, come on.
Well, not to mention just his gaze, his 2020 vision is like 2 million vision. Like he's a giant space behemoth. He can see everything, you know? Uh I don't know. I just he can't pull a fast one on that.
Yeah.
Um but I do feel overall it really did feel kind of anticlimactic.
No, I think it's like the final battle with like Galactus for me was very underwhelming.
It was.
It was very underwhelming. Like granted, I love how Galactus looks.
It's better than the Cloud.
No, I love how Galactus looks, and I think like in like that final act for me, like Johnny is a shout out because Johnny, it's like the guy that's always like flung aside. He's like he says to Shadowball, "Yo, take me. I'll be another Herald. I have no issue. Like just leave my nephew alone. Leave my planet alone." And it's like, and then later he's like, I have no problems like sacrificing myself and going into another freaking universe with Galactus.
The big hero play. He was ready to go through a hole. Yeah.
He's like the toughest choices of like self-sacrifice. He's the one. He's the one that always like comes up and is like saying like, when the going gets tough, it's like, yo, you just got to do it. Screw everything. I love y'all. I'm gonna save y'all. I'm gonna sacrifice myself.
Well, I'll still give it to Sue though, because Sue, this was the best use of Sue's ability put to film.
But also, I will say that yes, I agree. I agree with what you're saying. Like
She pushed back Galactus.
I think, but that's the thing. I agree and disagree with you because it's like, yes, it's the best portrayal of her powers. Like Sue is a freaking badass in this movie. It's a badass. But at the same time, I'm like, yo, where did this power scaling come from?
The power of motherhood.
It's Galactus.
Dude,
She's a mother.
Mothers,
Dude,
friendship. We can do it.
This is Galactus.
It's Galactus.
She's hell have no fury than a woman scorned.
This is Galactus. I don't care. This is a guy.
It ain't cosmic. It ain't cosmic.
This is a cosmic entity that has been alive for billions.
Have you ever tried to take a baby from a mother?
It ain't a cosmic ordeal.
Dude, like no, like
it's not bending the fabric of reality.
The power scaling, it was just like no.
It is the equivalent to have you heard how in times of stress, like if a baby's under a car, a mother can lift that car. That's what this is.
Like Grandmaster, I understand what you're saying, but still, one thing is a car. Like in terms of scale,
Galactus is the car.
No,
he's not a car.
Like, Galactus is not a car. It's like,
but she's not a normal human.
And he's not a car.
It's like the scaling. It's like the scaling came. I can understand what they were trying to do. I totally do. I get it. But it was just like, no fucking way. It's like this is. I think it was a very lazy.
It is.
You're gonna lose the women. You're gonna lose the women.
Is this an Ant-Man versus Kang scenario where you have Kang in Quantumania, who is supposed to be this not cosmic on the level of Galactus, but he is a very important big bad. But then you have Ant-Man kind of soloing him in a way, pushing him into however the hell Quantumania ended. They like subdued Kang, but
they fought him. They beat him. Yeah.
They fought him. They beat him. But it was almost like a 1v1 practically. Ant-Man beat Kang, and this is supposed to be a very, very big bad for Avengers. Does that kind of downplay how you look at him in a way as a villain? Because tying this back into Fantastic Four, Sue was able to push him through it makes me wonder, well, you know what? Screw the rest of the Avengers. Put Sue in the front line. Make sure her baby's at stake, and she'll take care of Galactus.
Like,
Keep in mind,
Galactus is a threat that's like you need the entire freaking Avengers to beat, and you're telling me that Sue Storm just like on her own.
One, it wasn't all on her own. She pushed them.
She did the heavy lifting. Come on, dude. I understand what you're trying to tell me.
It's still a group effort.
Like a mother's like a mother protecting her baby is a force to be reckoned with.
Correct.
I agree. And I think they should have, and I think they could have used that. Should have used that.
Listen, your issue is with then how Galactus is portrayed, because you're coming off of your
again, like it's how Galactus is portrayed, and like power scaling everything. So the
issue should not be with Sue. The issue should be then with Galactus, because it should not be, because Sue, it was a group effort. It still took the Silver Surfer to do the final push, and also Sue died. So
actually, wait, no, she
died.
No, yeah, she died. I'm talking about. She was actually able to push Galactus through. Silver Surfer
pushed him through, but Galactus kind of
came out, crawled out, and then Silver Surfer was like, "Okay, I got to do this now." So Sue was able to push him through.
But you got to keep in mind, Ben knocked down a building that was supporting Galactus because he was leaning on that building when Ben ran through the pillars in that building. Building, Galactus was tripped up. So there's still a group effort here going on that contributed to that. So it wasn't even all Sue. Sue's doing the heavy lifting.
The 5% thing that the Thing did to remove that level of support that he had.
Say the thing, Ben. Say the thing.
I'm helping.
No,
that's what it was.
It's clobbering time.
Yeah, I still find it underwhelming, and yeah,
don't get me wrong. I still think there's a relatively underwhelming.
There's a better cut of this film where you can still have a moment like this where Sue is the person that actually finally pushes Galactus through because of that, woman, the motherhood power boost. But everyone is contributing to it. You have Ben knocking down the support pillar so that Galactus can't get his balance again. You have Human Torch blinding his eyes so that he can't see where Sue is pushing him from. You have Mr. Fantastic pulling his neck back so that he keeps losing his balance backwards. I needed that instead of Sue pushing him 90% of the way across Times Square into the portal.
I mean, he was right there.
I needed a much better shot of that for me to be invested in a scene like that.
I'll say this. I think the scene overall was too quick. It was too easy. And, to everything that we were saying, I still buy that Sue can do it. But overall, I think the scene comes and goes really quick. So it feels anticlimactic overall.
No, it is. I think there's a better cut of this shot of this particular final battle somewhere out there in MCU's archives. But yeah, this part I was like, oh God, I hope something else happens here, because I'm still kind of sour by the baby swapping. What was that? What was that? And then you have this. Yeah, we just gotta push Galactus somewhere else.
Push.
There you go.
I mean, ultimately, I am glad he's still alive, because I would like to see him come back with a vengeance. And also, Marvel has a history of killing off their villains, so I'm glad he is not dead. He may be a million light years away. I just really hope this is not the last we're seeing of Galactus.
I hope they didn't just slung it through the teleporter into literal MCU oblivion.
Right.
But yeah, it's Sue dies. and
I didn't need her to die.
but that's the thing. It's like it was so freaking obvious that she was gonna live.
Well, what's annoying is that she dies in the Rise of the Silver Surfer as well.
And and in the Rise of the Silver Surfer, it's the Silver Surfer that saves her. Here,
Correct.
it was like it was obviously going to be Franklin.
Yes,
It was
yes.
obvious. Like I'm
That was obvious, yes.
like I'm just gonna say it's like, oh, she died. It's obvious she's going to live. It's so obvious. It's like Franklin Richards, like they're literally telling you. They're like Galactus tells you in the movie.
Well,
Kid is a
And
literal
I
god.
feel like the stakes of her dying is not for the audience to be like, oh no, she's dead. It's more of a way to show this is what Galactus was hunting for through
Exactly.
Franklin. And I mean, he brought back someone from death. I mean, I don't think anyone in the MCU can do that. To my knowledge, not yet. Anyways,
I mean, Peter didn't do it to Aunt May.
Right, she's gone. Wow, uncalled for.
There ain't nobody did it to Tony Stark.
Ooh.
No one can do it. But see,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's all her death was. It was a
Yeah,
plot
it was just
device
like,
to
let
showcase
us
how
show
powerful
let us show
Franklin
you
is.
how powerful Franklin is.
Yeah.
And that's why it's like, oh, because like some people are saying, oh, that like her pushing Galactus was crazy because she gave her life. Dude, we all knew she was gonna live. It was obvious as hell that she was gonna
What
live.
actually? Wait, Grandmaster, weren't you? Well, actually, no. Maybe it wasn't you. I know some people were like laughing on Twitter about they noticed scenes with Sue like struggling to use her powers, and they're like, I swear to God, if there's a
Oh,
scene in
yes,
here
yes. I said,
where-
I swear to God, she better not nosebleed. I said, if she nosebleed from overexertion, from using her powers, I'm gonna walk out of this theater. I'm tired of this whole Sue has to over extenuate herself just to get a freaking force field up. I'm done. I'm done.
you got it here.
I'm so glad they dropped that nosebleed bit. I was like, that's stupid.
They just killed her
Stupid.
instead.
Yes, they just
Yeah,
killed
they
her.
just killed her to bring her back like seconds later.
I mean, talk about traumatizing too. Reed's over here crying. He says, "Here you go, Franklin. I'm gonna put you on your mother. She's dead, but you have this moment with her."
No, the baby was reaching out to her already, and it
That's
was
so weird.
no,
Would
it's
you-
not.
Would you put a baby on a dead body?
If the baby's like in distress reaching out for what it views as its mother, like, okay, let him have a moment and
That's a
grieve.
dead body.
Let him grieve.
So you put the baby on the open casket?
Sure, why not?
No, that's
the
weird.
level of absurdity you want. Sure, why not?
Unless Reed was like, Galactus saw something in my son. Maybe that something can save his mother.
Is Reed being methodical?
I
Yeah.
would have bought that. I
But
would have
it's
bought
like
that.
again, the only power scaling that they got right in this movie is Franklin, because Franklin in the comics is a literal god.
Well, he's a mutant, right? He's a mutant.
Like he's a literal god. Like his powers.
But no, I know, but he's a mutant,
No,
right?
no, he's a mutant. Yeah, no.
Okay.
What I mean is like
Just want to make that clear that
No, no,
he's
yeah,
a
he's a-
he
yeah,
has
he's a
like
mutant.
the X gene, right?
Yes, he is a mutant, but like his powers, he's a god. His powers is pretty much he can rewrite reality to his own desires. Whatever he thinks, he can conjure up. He can make another universe if he wants. Like that's how strong
Mm.
Franklin is. So like the only one they got the power scaling right in this movie in that sense
But maybe.
was Franklin. Because Franklin, if he wants to bring someone back to life, yeah, come back to life. That's it. That's all. Even and like, granted, he's a baby. He has no control over it, but like, still, the attachment to his mom, it makes sense. He's like, "Mom, come back!" Boom. Whoa. Okay. It's like I want to play, Mama. It's like, come on.
Well, I mean, part of me feels, although they evacuated New York, people were watching that moment and saw what they did and what Franklin did
Yeah.
in that moment. And in these next 4 years, someone's going to make a play for Franklin. because 10 hour.
Yeah.
We get our post-credit scene. Who shows up to kidnap Franklin?
That shot the movie into 10 out of 10 territory for him.
Uh,
It did.
I mean, it's good, but
he
here's the thing.
he wanted RDJ to turn to the camera in that scene and say,
That's not good. Like,
Doomsday.
I'm still pissed that RDJ is Doctor Doom. I think it's like that won't vanish until I see him play Doctor Doom and see what he brings and what the Russo brothers are writing, or sorry, not even finished writing.
I just want to know what their relationship is within their world. Is this their first time they're meeting Victor Von Doom?
Oh yeah.
Do they have pre-relations with him?
Yeah.
That's really what I want to know, because obviously if Doomsday starts within this world, which I feel it will at this point, and that Franklin is going to be the moving piece that sparks Doomsday. I just want to know, the relationship prior, because I feel you need that Reed Richards Doctor Doom rivalry.
Yeah.
Or I don't want it at all, really. Yeah.
He's like, Doctor Doom is Reed Richards' nemesis.
Right.
Like,
I feel it's essential.
It's like, like it's part of the character, because like Doctor Doom is like, one, he's the best Marvel villain. But it's like one of the things that drives him is his pride and his like arrogance. Like and also like his envy to a certain degree of Reed Richards, is that he's always like, although Doctor Doom is smarter than pretty much everyone in the universe, the only person in the universe where he can never like truly one up in terms of intellect is Mr. Fantastic. And that is always one of the things that drives him crazy.
I hate him.
And seeing that, like that interaction on screen, it's essential for the character of Doctor Doom. That is essential.
Right.
And definitely it's like, like Franklin is going to be a big moving part in Avengers Doomsday. Like Franklin is not even a walking Infinity Gauntlet. Like he's an Infinity Gauntlet times. Like you control Franklin, you basically control everything. That's how strong he is.
Yeah, no. So it just now begs the question, as far as, in that scene, does he make it out with Franklin? Is it going to be that they are chasing after Doom to get Franklin back? I feel this is a nice little setup. Dr. Jason and I talked about kind of this formula that Marvel used to have, where the lead into the Avengers film and the follow up to the Avengers films, like the film that led in and the film that followed, and then the Avengers film is a good trio of films, So it'll be very cool to see. Oh gosh, damn, we still got Spider-Man Brand New Day before Doomsday. So we'll get another chess piece into Doom. That should lead directly into Doomsday as well.
I mean, a lot of the time the Spider-Man films are isolated from whatever happens.
They're kind of isolated
with the Avengers. Yeah.
I feel this one might be different.
I doubt it.
As cataclysmic as Doomsday is about to be.
I mean, Endgame and Infinity War were pretty cataclysmic for the time, and it didn't really affect No Way Home. I'm sorry, Far From Home.
Far From Home was the fallout to Endgame.
Right, it came out after.
No, meaning, right, successor, right. That's what I'm saying. The trio of films is the lead-in, the Avengers film, and what's after. So I think it would be unwise to not have Brand New Day lead into Doomsday, since Doomsday would then be the next movie in the Phase 6. I think that would be unwise.
Yep.
But
let's see. Like, I'm always like open-minded when it comes to all these. Like, granted, I was excited for Fantastic Four, it didn't let me down. When it comes to Doomsday, I really hope they nail it.
they have to, and they better,
They have to nail
because
it. And it's like, because one, I'm still pissed that Robert Downey Jr. is Doctor Doom, because there are other choices of Doctor Doom, and this was, I really feel it was just a nostalgia bait what they just did there. Also, not reassuring that Doomsday still has an unfinished script. A movie that's going to come out in December of 2026 does not have a finished script. And if you're filming as you go, I don't care what you're telling me. It's like, that is not reassuring at all.
I mean, they could just be saying that for all we know.
No.
They
Like,
give out
why do you
fake
say
scripts.
that?
They give out, because they gave out fake scripts in the other Avengers films before. So maybe
like,
And
why
those
do you
were finished. Those were finished fake scripts.
for all we know.
Why do you say, like, what do you gain? What do you
all
gain?
I'm saying is
What
that
do you gain?
anybody could say anything.
No, but what do you, like, when an actress of the movie says
I
the script isn't finished, what do you
understand.
gain saying that? Come on.
I don't think us gain anything other than discourse.
What do they gain?
They get discourse, and they get this talk, and they're in the conversation. If we're talking about it, they won. And that's what we are. When we are talking about it, that is ultimately publicity. There's no such thing as good or bad. It's just
The
publicity.
mental gymnastics through
gymnastics.
It's not mental gymnastics.
Listen,
It's not mental gymnastics.
I'll leave you
The
to
film
it.
is in conversation.
You
And
can have
we're
a
not-
conversation
and
with
we're-
the film in 1,000 different ways.
We're more than a year out, and it's still in conversation. We don't even have a trailer, and we're still talking about it. It feels a little calculated to me.
RDJ took an open
Now-
crap in the middle of the set of Doomsday, and because of how unfinished the script is, oh man, everyone's talking about it. Everyone's
People
talking
are
how,
still
how RDJ took an open
mental
crap
gymnastics.
on
It's,
set.
it's the fact they said, hey, let's throw them a bone. And I know it's not much, but hey, they're talking about it. I didn't say that's necessarily a good thing that it's unfinished. All I'm saying is it's got people
concerning.
talking. It's got people talking.
It's concerning, though.
You can be concerned. I said
And
that's
it's
a valid.
I hope they nail. I hope they nail the movie.
I said that's a valid concern, but what I am saying is we don't even know if it's true. And you have to take it with a grain of salt.
So
because-
so everything, let's say an actress or actor of a movie that's going to come out says, it's always take it with a grain of salt, because I've seen you 1,000 times when an actor or an actress says something about a movie, whatever movie, it doesn't need to be like a superhero movie. You take it, oh my God, they just said this. So you're telling me,
yeah, if you wanted to say,
because
hey,
it doesn't fit your narrative.
it's not about my narrative, because if you ever said, well, that may not be true, and I'd be like, you know what, you're right, but you never said that. I'm saying it now. All I'm saying,
Like,
there
I
are such
hope
things.
I
there-
hope it's not true, but
there
why
are-
the fuck would they say it?
Publicity stunts are a thing. Let's not forget this is Hollywood at the end of the day. That's all I'm saying, is that take everything with a grain of salt.
Sure.
That's all I'm
The
saying.
the only way to make a publicity stunt is saying that the script is unfinished.
I mean, it's different. It's different from
It's
saying-
daring.
no, I didn't say it's daring. I
Oh.
said it's different because, the old playbook says just give everybody a script. And we won't tell them which one's the correct one. The new one is just saying it's not finished yet. So that's all I'm saying. Take it with a grain of salt. Don't believe everything that you read. You got a parking violation and a maggot on your sleeve.
Ew, that's disgusting.
That's Beck.
That's
Beck,
disgusting.
loser. Soy un perdo. I'm a loser, baby. All right, what are we ranking?
Soy un perdedor. That's what you're saying.
Exactly. So what's the ranking?
Jesus.
How are you ranking Fantastic Four First Steps? Which I like the title First Steps. The
Yeah,
baby takes his first steps, the
yeah.
first steps into
It's cool.
exploration. Galactus took his first steps. Genius.
Not genius, but cool.
Genius.
No, so like how would you rank this like among the Fantastic Fours or
Oh, well,
among the movies?
Among the
Fan
Fantastic
Four
Four,
Stick is still the superior film out
Oh
of
no,
all
like
of them.
this is like leaps like light years, the best Fantastic Four movie we've gotten. Light years. By far the best Fantastic Four movie we got. And like ranking superhero movies of like this year.
oh, I should have said rating. Sorry.
Rating.
Well,
I
you
give
can
it
rank.
a
Yeah.
I give it a like a 7.5 out of 10. Like I liked it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the movie. Like it was good. It was fun. Visually absolutely stunning. Shout out to Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm. Like she was honestly the best aspect of this entire movie. Galactus looked amazing. Uh Plot was kind of predictable. I don't care. Like I know, like I've been beefing it out with someone in the chat about that.
Say his
but
name, Sanji.
Sanji, but yeah, I found it very predictable. Doesn't take away that I enjoyed the movie. I just found that, hey, like this is predictable. I was able to kind of like predict what was going on in the movie, what was going to happen. But yeah, I think it's one of the better Marvel outings of the last few years. I still like Thunderbolts more. I think Thunderbolts, I was a lot more invested emotionally in the movie. I think it was a much more unpredictable movie, which I liked, and more mature movie, grounded, whatever you want to call it. I think more mature, better written. But I'm excited to see how Doomsday comes out. I really hope they nail it because I'm a big Doctor Doom fan. And yeah, 7.5 out of 10.
I'll go ahead and say this is indeed the best Fantastic Four film to date. Excluding The Incredibles. That's not in
Oh, and
this
also
conversation.
Superman is the best superhero movie of the year. Just saying.
I think this is a good start to Phase 6 and what is to come of Phase 6. This does feel like again, it's because of how the next couple of films are going to come out, but this does feel like a good launching point for the rest of the phase. So hopefully that's capitalized well. Yeah, no, I very much love this cast. I honestly, when I look at like the '05 film, I think really the real standout is probably Chris Evans, to be honest. So, um, best iteration of the Fantastic Four cast, the four stick cast can go sit.
Come
and
on,
never.
stop.
No, that's why Michael B. got Eric Killmonger now. We ain't got to worry about all that. But yeah, I very much love the cast. I love the retro 60s style. Visually appealing. Yeah, probably the most visually fun I've had with the Marvel film since I don't even know when. This was just really cool to look at. They rewrote the wrongs of the rise of the Silver Surfer. Thank God. And yeah, I give it an 8. The film an 8. I was sitting at an 8 leaving the movie. I'm sitting at an 8 still. I enjoyed this better than Thunderbolts because, well, I need to go rewatch them both. I've only seen them both once, but I think I like this better than Thunderbolts, and it's because I really enjoyed the world building in this film and the family dynamic and the conversations that the cast had. I think that's what really sold this movie for me. But as far as superhero outings this year, the only one who I've had more of an emotional reaction to is indeed Superman. So Superman actually sits at the top of my superhero films of this year. It probably goes Superman, this, Thunderbolts, Brave New World.
Shit New World.
Brave New World. So yeah, I hope they ride this wave and they kill it from here. We shall see. Dr. Jace.
Oh, yeah. I'm at an 8. Yeah, it's an 8 for me. I was, like you said, I was an 8 leaving the theater. I'm still at an 8 here. This film had a lot going for it with the aesthetics, the theming of the 60s. I thought the film could have been very bad if they did not nail that. And for it to kickstart the next phase, I think it was a pretty good job. You know, pushing forward to Doomsday. Everyone wants to see Doomsday. God knows how that script's going, but film, considering this is the 4th iteration of these characters that we've seen, or not the 4th one, but
4th film, 3rd iteration.
3rd iteration, right. This could have been another situation of been there, done that. We didn't need to see this movie again. But it was new. It was still fresh. It was still different, and it was still entertaining. I'm still gonna glaze that Silver Surfer chase sequence in the black hole. That was the best part of the film, which it should not have been, because the best part of the film should have been the Galactus part, the big bad coming in, and it wasn't. So in comparison to other superhero films, I enjoy Thunderbolts more, because I love my superhero films to be, or not just superhero films, just films in general. I like films with layers of subtext, and I've talked about it with Grandmaster before. I think Thunderbolts has a very good subtext and layers about depression and, without saying the word, unaliving oneself. I think Thunderbolts does a really good job telling a story about that. Here again, it's your generic superhero film. The heroes come to save the day, all that jazz. But in comparison to Superman, I enjoy Superman a lot more. Superman had everything. It really did. It had the world, it had the characters, it had the payoff with the fight sequences. So if I'm doing like 2025 superhero films, Superman, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, I'm not even gonna put Brave New World on there. I hated Brave New World. It's not on the list. I don't want to taint the other ones I don't want to taint my top 3 with putting Brave New World on there, but it's at the very, very, very bottom of 2025 films. But yeah, good film, good MCU flick. Finally, we're 2 for 2, and well, no, never mind. We're 2 for 3. I forgot Brave New World happened. Never mind, forget it. We had 2 great MCU films back to back. Unfortunately, we had one earlier this year that wasn't that good, but yeah, good overall.
So we are 1 for 1 in phase 6. I think that's enough of Marvel madness for the foreseeable future. The next time we'll be back for Marvel, goodness gracious. Brave New World comes out next year. Show-wise, we have Eyes of Wakanda, Marvel Zombies, and Wonder Man to close out 2025, all part of phase 6. Don't know if we'll be back to talk about them, but that's going to be it for major Marvel madness. So, goodness, I don't even know when next time we'll reconvene to have a conversation. I don't even know what's next in film. But I'm excited. I like talking to y'all, even if we don't always agree. It's a good conversation. We only come here for conversations worth having. There was a conversation to be had about Fantastic Four. There wasn't for any other shows really this year, at least from Marvel. Maybe we'll be back for Peacemaker, the Peacemaker season 2.
Peacemaker.
We'll see.
Yeah, if that's any decent. But I think that's it, Dr. Jace. You can wrap things up.
All right, folks. Well, there's our thoughts on Fantastic Four First Steps. Let us know what you think down in the comments below, wherever you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, Twitter, Instagram, at the Yonko Table. If you guys tuned into us live, we're live on the YouTube side of things. Everyone in chat, thank you for stopping by. Sanji, as always, our superhero naysayer. We love having you in here. And yeah, I think that about wraps it up. Oh, here, let's see. I put a poll in the chat for which was the best Fantastic Four film. To no surprise, First Steps came out on top with 66% of the vote.
Somebody voted for Four Stick.
Damn.
Listen, I think there's some potential there. I think there's
Ain't
some
no
potential.
way.
Let's
Ain't
show.
no way.
We're talking about a cameo appearances in Doomsday. Let's have cameos of the goats make an appearance there. Okay.
Hell no.
Michael B would be excited to reprise.
I hope we
the
never
role.
see them Fantastic Fours again. I hope we never see Michael Chiklis in what we thought was a groundbreaking suit here. I hope we never see this again. Lights out, Tinkerbell.
That was funny. That was
No.
funny. All right, folks, we'll wrap it up there. I'm your Yonko host, Dr. Jace Attorney, fellow Yonko host, Grandmaster Hoop, and Supernova, Dr. Mondo. Okay.
You don't tell me how to fly the ship, and I won't tell you how to shoot the sexy alien.